Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? I have a journal for you. You wouldn't believe it. Actually, it's been sitting on my desk, waiting to be filmed for quite a few days. I'm probably about to have an avalanche, but I'll try my best not to. Excuse me while I just fight with my books up here. Right. Anyway, this is Magdalena. She is a fat journal, as they usually are. What have I done with my ruler? It is. She is 20 centimetres or 8 inches by 26 centimetres or 10 inches. She has a spine that is 6.5 centimetres or 2.5 inches. She has, I think, 5 signatures. I'll have a look at that in a minute. She's covered in this beautiful crushed silver velvet with lots of little blingy things. And she has a brooch, a cameo brooch, pinned to a big fabric sort of flower, I guess, in the middle. Yeah, she's a very silver journal, Magdalena. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signatures, yes. She has 5 signatures. There's her spine. And the beautiful lace and little doodads goes on over to the back. Excuse the little fluffs that are stuck to her. Like I say, she's been sitting on my desk for a few days. So yeah, these lace panels were off of a ball dress, a silver ball dress. This piece of crushed velvet was, I think, picked up at a Goodwill store, just as a piece of fabric. And there is her fat little alligator mouth. She's not too alligatory, considering the amount of stuff she has in her. So, let's get a move on. I'll make sure you're right in view there. Perfect. Here we have it, the inside front cover. Now we have a fabric pocket and just a nice glittery silver front inside cover. Here is one of those very old book pages from Chums, children's or the boys' annuals, I guess. And a little folio that was floating around my desk that I made the other day. So with a few bits and pieces tucked in there, a couple of journal cards, an inventory tag, another journal card, and a few bits and pieces for decoration. So popped in there. There's some more book page, some batch dyed paper doily, some pattern paper, pretty butterfly printed on paper. This is an encyclopedia page that's just been collaged over for writing space. This is just a piece of scrapbook paper, that would be Kaisercraft. In here we have a little pocket made of various silver scrapbooking paper that I was gifted, and a piece of silver ribbon, a little bit of a ruffle there. This is a reconstructed postcard and a bit of a journal card there. You saw me, you may have seen me make these journal cards out of the black and white printing on book page. Lots of different coffee dyed papers in here. Here is just a another encyclopedia page. It has been folded over to just fit it in the book. There is some collage paper on the inside to write on, but tucked into here with a little decorated paper clip is just a little floating pocket. It's been decorated up in silver and has a few tags and whatnot inside. And again, this side there is just fold over so that it will fit in the journal, and there is a pocket here with a few little bits and pieces tucked into the pocket, little doodads and journal cards and whatnot, little treasures to find. This is a page out of a purling book. It was about the family that came to Broome for the purling industry many years ago. It's just a little paper clip, fabric flip, some various different fabrics in sort of white and silver, and a bunch of antique and vintage book pages tucked in under there. There's a little bit of decoration on that page as well. Yep. And behind that paper clip there is, on that page there is also some more papers. Here is some vintage graph paper, some map out of atlas. This is some children's calligraphy paper, scrapbooking paper. It's been lined on the inside with nice piece of paper from IKEA. There's a bit of a fabric ruffle or a ribbon ruffle, just in the silver. It's another pocket, just with some book pages, another journal card, and one of my little origami paper dolls tucked inside. Little page tab made of fabric scraps. The pattern on these papers was made, I was doing something else, and I was stenciling, and I just wet these pages and flipped my stencil over onto them and ended up with some nice pattern on the book page. The ink dyed book page, another batch dyed paper doily. You can see some playing cards were resting against that, and they've transferred a 5 of spades over there. Music paper, a piece of book page, another one of those little fabric tabs. It's just a tuck pocket with some bits and pieces in it, some vintage to antique book pages, some one of those journal cards, and a little faux envelope with a tiny paper clip on them. And on the other side, same thing. This is just a book page out of a gardening book. You can see it hasn't been covered, just something a bit interesting to look at there if you don't have things tucked in. And I just ran a piece of fabric across the top and bottom and sewed it on, just simply because it was on my sewing desk, really. Here's another ribbon made into a ruffle, and again some book pages, a faux envelope, and a journal card tucked in there. Here's another one of those fabric flip paper clips, some more book pages from very old books, and on the other side also. Here is a pocket with a big envelope with some bits and pieces, another journal card. This is actually a belly band here. You can just tuck a little something under like that for instance, because it's sitting there, and a little bit of bling there. I love this washi tape. Yeah, it's a big fat roll of washi tape. It's one of my favourites. Just I like the colours. Another little fabric tab. A book page with some napkin pasted over it. Sorry about that, guys, just got interrupted for a second. Where were we? I have no idea. Yeah, I think we were. Yeah, napkin covering book page. Some eco dyeing. Another piece of that book. The Brim Purling book. Very thin piece of paper. Some of that lovely poetry book that I had. A little crossword. There's the odd few little cut-out words here and there. Another one of those little fabric decorative pieces. You can see this, right? Yes, you can. Good, good. This is out of that paper cutting book. I did the same thing I did on the page before, where I used the book page as a tuck by folding the side and sewing across the top and bottom with some fabric. This fabric was a bit wider, so I just left it that way and used it as a bit of a pocket, a bit of a tuck space. And here we have some more book page and a couple of journal cards. Again, more book pages, journal cards, and a little paper cut envelope with some photographs and whatnot inside. And another one of those little spots to tuck something in the back of that page. It's a very big, very thick book page from a children's annual. And some more crossword puzzle. Another page tab made of fabric sewn together. And again, another piece of eco dyeing paper. Another piece of eco dyeing paper. Music paper. Another piece of very old graph paper. Some English to Afrikaans dictionary. Batch dyed gardening book page. Just a textbook page that's been screwed up around the edges, sewn around. Another one of those little pockets made out of scrapbook paper I was gifted, and just has a little paper pad and a journal card. Again, some batch dyed scrapbook paper. You can see it's got lots of colour transfer on it from something else. Here are a few more book pages from various different books. I put these in loose so that people can use them for other things they might be interested in. And in the back we have our inside back cover, which is covered in book page. It's had music printed on it, a belly band, on a belly band with some book page and a little decorated on paper clip. And that's it, that's Magdalena. So there she is in all her glory. She will be in the Etsy shop probably tomorrow, probably around the same time this video goes up. Penny Rose Journals, and yeah, thanks for coming along. We'll see you again next time. Bye.